One other thing, once I have the headset on, I won't be able to see if there's people chatting in the chat. Whenever somebody chats in the chat, it will pop on the screen, so I'll be looking for that. And then another option is if you want to get my attention, you can type exclamation point hey, and if you do that, that'll play a sound file, and I'll hear that in case I'm busy and not looking at the screen. So that's probably a good way, either hey or hi. Both of those will generate sounds that I can hear, and then I can look at the Twitch and I can answer any questions. Okay, so all right, let's get started. This is the tricky part. Take the hat off, put the headset on. Okay, and now I'm going to try to Chromecast after I get set up. So right now I'm seeing the virtual reality, but you aren't. You're just seeing a Google Chromecast backdrop there. So let's get that set up. So I'm going to use this controller, and I'm basically activating the VR, and it finds the controller and says, oh, I found you. I have your pointer. So now I'm going to come to where I can Chromecast this, and then hopefully you'll have the same view as me. So I'm going to say cast, and I'm going to cast to DocsCast. And now you should be seeing what I see, and I'm going to recenter it a little bit, like over here. So there. So now you can see what I'm seeing. This is the virtual reality. I have kind of like some stars up above and some mountains. It's kind of a generic backdrop. And I can always kind of recenter this a little bit depending on where I want it, maybe about like there. And as you can see, I'm getting all my text messages, my updates right there on the screen. I've also got like a library of stuff that I can look at, and I can see that my battery's at 94%. That's going to be going down the whole time as we play, and depending on what we play, it could drive it down faster or slower. I've got a bunch of different apps that I can play. I can also use this little slider on here to kind of like slide left and right, so that's kind of cool. This controller, it acts like a clicker, and it also is a slider. And then anytime I'm doing something and I want to get back home, I can just do that. So let's say I launch the Netflix VR as an example. So every app has its own style of putting in a background. Some of them just use like what's in front of you, but most of the apps will have something like up above you, on the sides, down below. And so usually you want to be sitting kind of like where you can look around. Because like here what Netflix did is they're like, "Oh, let's make it like a log cabin out in the mountains." And we'll make it like there's a TV screen on the wall, and then, I've got a lamp and a chair over here and paintings on the wall. So it's kind of a cool thing. Anybody that makes an app can decide how they want it to look. And then